Have you ever considered how a simple algorithm can lead us into chaos? Picture this: you trust a prediction only to see it spiral out of control. Right now, AI-driven oscillations in predictive modeling are creating unsettling pitfalls, and many people are completely unaware. This isn't just a tech issue, it's about the decisions that shape our everyday lives. Imagine relying on an app to plan your morning commute. You check the traffic update, and it suggests taking the back roads. But what if that algorithm is based on outdated information? What if it unknowingly directs you straight into a traffic jam? This isn't just hypothetical. Think about the stock market, where algorithms make split-second decisions based on predictions that can fluctuate wildly. A single miscalculation can send investors into a panic. What if your retirement savings were at the mercy of an AI error? As these algorithms learn from historical data, they create a feedback loop that can lead to disastrous predictions, amplifying mistakes instead of correcting them. The unsettling truth is that the more we rely on them, the more unpredictable they can become. Now, imagining a critical moment, like a job interview. You trust the AI to analyze the best time to ask for a raise based on industry trends. But what if the data it used was flawed? Suddenly, your future could hinge on a miscalculated algorithm. Consider a real-world example: a major airline once used AI to predict flight delays. When an unexpected storm hit, the model failed, leaving thousands of passengers stranded, unaware that their travel plans depended on shaky predictions. So, what's the solution? We need to recognize the limitations of these technologies. Blind trust isn't an option. We must question, analyze, and hold these systems accountable. This doesn't mean we should abandon AI altogether. Instead, we need to approach it with caution and awareness, finding a balance between human intuition and machine learning. In a world increasingly shaped by AI, your awareness is your best defense. Don't let algorithms dictate your life without careful consideration. The next time you rely on a prediction, ask yourself what unseen signals might be lurking beneath the surface. As we navigate this evolving landscape, remember, knowledge is power. Stay vigilant and curious. Your future might just depend on it. What if I told you that your favorite AI could be unpredictably wrong, not just a little, but in ways that could be dangerous? This is merely a minor glitch, it's a phenomenon that could transform how we interact with technology. While we celebrate the incredible advancements in AI, there's a darker side that often goes unnoticed. I call it oscillation, and it's impacting the predictions you rely on every day. Imagine depending on AI for important financial decisions. Initially, everything seems perfect, but soon the model starts to swing back and forth, predicting one thing today and completely changing tomorrow. That's oscillation at work, and it can leave you feeling lost. It's not random. There are underlying patterns tied to how data is fed into these systems. The same data can yield wildly different outcomes based on subtle shifts. Picture this: you're in a meeting, and an AI system gives you conflicting recommendations. Confusing, right? But what if it's more than just confusion? Now, consider a healthcare scenario. A predictive model tells you that you are at risk for a disease today, and then the next day it says the opposite. Your doctor trusts the AI, but how can you? The emotional toll of this inconsistency is overwhelming, leading you to question everything you thought you knew about technology. But there's more. Oscillation isn't just a technical term, it signals a deeper issue, a fundamental flaw in how we grasp A's capabilities. As the stakes rise, so do the risks. What happens when A oscillates in critical areas like climate prediction or disaster management? Way predictions. Way Christian. The consequences could be dire. So, what can you do about these unsettling challenges? You might feel like waiting for improvements is your only option, but awareness is your first step. Start questioning the data behind the predictions. Ask yourself, is the A truly reliable, or is it just making a confident guess? As we navigate this digital landscape, remember that you hold the power. Don't let oscillation dictate your choices. Stay curious, stay informed, and be ready to challenge what you hear. In a world where A influences our decisions, understanding its flaws can lead to better choices. So, the next time you encounter an A prediction, take a moment to reflect. What's really happening beneath the surface? The unpredictability might be unsettling, but it's up to you to find clarity in the chaos. If you found this thought-provoking, keep exploring. There's so much more to discover about the world of A. What if I told you that the future of decision-making could feel like a ticking time bomb? Imagine relying on A to forecast market trends, only to find those forecasts are built on shaky foundations. It's unsettling, right? Many people don't realize that the algorithms we trust can be influenced by something as simple as oscillation in data. It's like a hidden dance, unpredictable and, frankly, risky. Picture yourself as a manager at a bustling tech startup. You trust your A tool to analyze numbers and predict sales, but then you notice a strange pattern, data swinging back and forth like a pendulum. This oscillation can lead to confusion and misguided business strategies. Now, think about a time you relied on a weather app. One moment it said sunny, and the next it warned of storms. That's oscillation, and it can result in poor decisions. You might have left the umbrella at home only to get soaked. The same principle applies to A in predictive modeling, where the stakes are higher than you might think. So, what happens if you ignore these oscillation signals? You start investing resources based on inaccurate predictions, leading your company to miss its targets and putting pressure on your team. The ripple effects can be severe, a domino effect that could have been avoided by keeping a close eye on those unsettling signals. Let's bring this closer to home. Think of a friend who jumps into projects without noticing the warning signs. You've seen the chaos that follows. That's what happens in business when we overlook these oscillation cues. It's not just about the data, it's about understanding the deeper story it tells. But here's the good news: identifying these stress signals is out of